Today we're going to be talking about honeysuckles and the tung oil tree. This wonderful smelling honeysuckle is the Japanese honeysuckle. We are so lucky to have grown up with one of the edible kinds around us. It has edible nectar, tastes so sweet, it's amazing. But there are over 180 species of honeysuckle in the world. Most of them are in China. About 20 each are native to Europe and North America. Europe unfortunately has mostly toxic honeysuckles, but we have a handful of edible ones. Some have edible berries, some have edible flowers. The Japanese honeysuckle has edible nectar, and when the leaves are babies, you can boil them and eat them. But always, always properly identify your honeysuckle because some of them could kill you. You need to find out for sure, be positive that it's not going to kill you if you eat it. Study. But it is delicious. The fact that some of them have edible parts and toxic parts as well on the same plants makes it kind of iffy for foragers. The Japanese honeysuckle makes a black berry that is toxic. It's not edible. Don't eat that. Don't eat the flowers on here. Just the nectar, and boil the baby leaves. Taste does not measure edibility for honeysuckles. Just because the berry tastes good, if you're doing the taste test, does not mean it's not toxic. Some of them do taste good, but will still hurt you. The honeysuckle is invasive in warm climates like this one. It has no natural enemies, so it can take over anything and everything. It has hairy leaves and stems. The leaves are not tubed. It grows opposite leaves. It flowers from May to July in the cooler climates, but in the warmer climates can flower almost year-round. Be very careful with honeysuckles. And that's all I have for the Japanese honeysuckle. This is the tung tree. It's in the spurge family. Oil from the seed pod is used to treat parasitic skin infections, burns, scalds, wounds, and can cause inflammation to subside, leaving no scar tissue after infection. The seeds contain saponins, which are toxic to humans, but it's poorly absorbed by our digestive system. So probably if you happen to eat some seeds from this, you wouldn't die, unless you chewed it up really well maybe, but it's probably not gonna hurt you. I still wouldn't recommend eating it. Saponins can be found in other foods we normally eat, like beans, but they can be removed. Saponins are more toxic to other animals like fish. That's why tribes have used them to catch fish. They would gather up handfuls and throw them into streams or small lakes and wait for the fish to float up stunned or dead before catching them. It's kind of cheating. Tung oil comes from the pressed seeds of the tung tree. It's cultivated in manufacturing of lacquer, varnish, paints, paint thinners, resins, and a variety of other products. In China during World War II, they actually were able to use it as motor fuel. It was gumming up their engines, but they found a way to process it to where it was compatible with gasoline. And I think that's pretty cool. So if you know what you're doing, you can find some uses out of the tung tree seeds. The leaves grow up to have 3 points on them. They grow up to be pretty big. That's all I have for the tung tree. I'm going to be at the Bayou Bash over in Lake Charles, put on by the Broussard Homestead. We'll be giving a presentation on foraging, how I got started, some tips and examples. Single Dad Homestead will be there. I'm excited about that. The tickets are free, so if you just go look in the description, you'll find a link to that. And I'm really excited about it. Hope to see you there. Am I in focus? Around here, everyone grew up eating honeysuckles. It's the Japanese honeysuckle around here that people have eaten. Scrap that. Hey, that's stupid, I don't want to. Woohoo! Good, so I've got this done. Have edible parts while also being mixed with toxic parts. What? Was that aliens? And that's it for this. Hold on. Ant on my toe.